What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down AMARI Cooper versus Jaire Alexander, one of the best wide receiver versus DB matchups of the 2019 season so far, and today we're going to break down what made it so special. And guys, please leave in the comments what wide receiver versus DB matchup you'd like to see me break down next. Let's get started. So this is going to be an out and up that AMARI Cooper's running against Alexander here. Now, Alexander's looking at the quarterback, eyes are in the backfield, which is kind of a tell that it's zone coverage, but AMARI Cooper uses his eyes to get him to bite. Let's watch this thing full speed, then we'll break it down. So he's coming off on this break, sells this thing by committing his shoulders and giving his eyes to the sideline to get him to bite, and then catches this ball over the top. So again, on this speed cut here, bam, speed cut in the ground, commits his shoulders. That's what I want you to see right here. He commits his shoulders to the sideline, and what this does is this alerts Alexander. He wants to undercut this route. He wants to jump in front of this out and ultimately take it to six to the house. Now, when he goes three here, he takes 3 steps to the out, and it's fast. It's explosive. It's an explosive 3 steps. So he goes 1, 2, 3, rather than breaking down and beating the drum. All you receivers, a lot of people on these double moves, they like to beat the drum, as the receivers coaches would like to say. But we want just this stick on a double move. So stick, 1, 2, 3, right here, committing his head and his shoulders, getting Alexander to bite. He knows he's got him in this position, and that's why when he breaks upfield, he looks back for the ball so soon. Now he's looking back for this ball. He knows he hasn't beaten this position, and Dak Prescott's just going to give him a good ball right over the top for a big catch. And that's a great job by Cooper, utilizing his eyes. Your eyes are going to tell lies, guys, and that's all for all the DBs watching this. Don't be fooled by a guy's eyes. You should be watching his body. You should be disciplined. You should have eye discipline. And then in this zone coverage situation, don't try to undercut this route. But he did a good job of selling the route, committing his shoulders, giving his eyes to the sideline to get this guy to jump. Let's watch this thing full speed one more time. So stick, 1, 2, 3, giving his eyes, committing his shoulders to the sideline, and then comes back upfield to make a great catch on the ball. Now, this I want to see here is he makes a great play, Jaire Alexander, on this. AMARI Cooper is going to be trying to run a diamond release. Okay, so what a diamond release is, you take 3 steps to like a 45-degree angle, and the goal is to get this DB to turn his hips and open up the gate. So we're going to watch this thing full speed, and then we're going to break down what Jaire Alexander did well. So he comes out 1, 2, 3 to the outside, and he's trying to run this slant. Alexander does a good job of making a play on that and fighting through those hands to break up this ball. So what I want you to see here is he does a good job of on this is when he comes off the line, he doesn't bite on this little hesitation move here. So he goes 1, 1. Okay, so he's committed his hips. He's working this diamond release, hips to the 45-degree angle, trying to get Alexander to turn and run, trying to sell like he's going to be running a fade. 2, 3. Now what he tries to do here is swat him by, but Alexander does a good job of it. And I'll rewind it, getting his left arm on the inside, getting it on that shoulder pad to knock him off that route, to be in a good position. So when he does, it disrupts this movement at the top. What Cooper wanted to do is he wanted to just swat by his shoulder, get his hips committed, but he does a good job of anchoring this outside leg, keeping a good strong base and not over-committing with his hips, and see how he's able to just turn out of there easy. He's running stride for stride with him, and now Dak Prescott puts this ball in, I would say, a good spot. If he's open, nothing wrong with the ball, but Alexander does a good job of playing through those hands, breaking up that pass for a great job. That's a great job being disciplined on a diamond release. That's a great way to play it by Jaire Alexander, by taking this good first step, getting an arm inside of his frame, knocking him on that shoulders, keeping a good strong base. Right here at this position, AMARI Cooper wants him to open up his hips. He doesn't do that. He keeps a good job of staying square, and then he's able to break up this pass, as you guys saw. Let's watch this thing full speed one more time. So he's coming off here, hand on the inside, doesn't open up those hips, keeps a good strong base, and then makes a play on these hands for a great job by Alexander. Okay, so now this is the big play that everybody saw. Cooper takes this thing to the house right here. Now, he's going to be running like a little bit of a delay route where he's selling it in, then he comes up on a fade right here. Okay, so what he does is, let's watch this thing full speed, and then we'll break it down again. So a little bit of a slow play, come on the in, bam, put his foot in the ground, drop those hips, be violent with those hips, and then sink upfield. Now, great route by Cooper, but I think Jaire Alexander could be a little bit more disciplined. So he's coming off this route, takes it to the inside. Now, what he does here is he breaks down. He has violent hips. He's selling like he's just taking this in. Everything matters, guys. This is all repetition. I'm not saying this is going through his head right now, but this is something that he reps, and I'm trying to show you guys what he does so well. So, bam, bam. 1, 2. Beats those drums. Now he commits his shoulders. Again, AMARI Cooper does a great job of this. Keeping his eyes inside, committing his shoulders over the middle. Now, Jaire Alexander, he's in man, right? Man coverage, his eyes are looking back to the quarterback. In man DBs, the quarterback is not throwing you the ball, so we don't need to look at him, all right? He's throwing the receiver the ball. So his eyes are very undisciplined right here, and he's one of the best in the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying one thing he could have done better. Looking back to this quarterback right here, and now what that does is he doesn't know where Cooper will be at. So all Cooper has to do is be violent with his hips, as you can see right here. He's in a very explosive position. So he stops right on a dime, 2 steps. He gets in and out of break in 2 steps, and he stops on a dime in 2 steps. Explosive hips, violent hips, and now what I want you to see is he's pushing off the inside of this foot to propel him, to give him enough momentum to get back upfield. Alexander overcommits, and now all he has to do in this position, this is a bad position for him to be in, is just swat those hands off, and now he's just playing catch-up the entire time. And again, how quick he's looking back because he knows he's got him beat. Prescott's going to get this ball to him soon and then let him get upfield and let him score. That's a great job avoiding the tackle right there, breaking the tackle by Amari Cooper. But again, Alexander, all he has to do in this situation is be more disciplined with his eyes. Watch his hips. He has hands on him, just not look back for this ball. Dak could have given him a pump fake, get him to overcommit on this thing, get him to jump, put his feet in the ground, get him off balance, get those hands off of him, and then get upfield. Let's watch this thing full speed one more time. So he's coming off, gives a little bit of a hesitation release, bam, 1, 2, in and out, commit those head and shoulders, violent hips. Alexander's eyes are in the backfield, catch this ball over the top, and then get upfield for a score. Okay, so now one thing, this is zone, so he knows he has help over the middle, but he's still trailing him, okay? He still wants to make a play on this ball, and we're going to watch what makes Cooper so fast in and out of his breaks and why he's able to get so much separation. Let's watch this thing full speed. So he's coming out, 1, 2. In and out of this break, super fast. Alexander's trailing. He's trying to make a break on this ball now. Here's the thing. At this point right here, Cooper, if he chatters his hands and he beats the drum like all the receivers coaches love to say, and he chatters his feet maybe 4 times and he beats his hands super fast, he's not going to be able to get as much separation as he would by using 2 steps. So he comes out, 1, 2. He hits the exact same speed at the top of the route, or at the bottom of the route, that he'll hit at the top of the route. So he starts the route going full speed, and he'll finish the route full speed because he's able to just go 2 steps. He doesn't lose his momentum. Again, he's got aggressive hips right here. Violent hips, 1, 2. And he's pushing off the inside arch of this foot. You can see his shin angle. That's why he's able to get out of this break so fast. And now at this point right here, he's already got separation. But who's going to get to the ball quicker? The ball's going to be right here. Safety's occupied. Prescott makes a good read. Who's going to make a break on this ball faster? Is it going to be Cooper, or is it going to be Alexander? Now, Alexander has to come out of a back pedal. Cooper's using 2 steps, and he's pushing straight across the field on this dig. I think it's going to be Cooper, but you still got to accelerate out of the break. Now, one thing I want you to see is when he gets to this point, he's still pumping those arms, and he's still running. He's still accelerating out of the break. Safety's occupied by this route over the middle right here, and Alexander has no chance on this ball because of how fast Cooper was able to get out of this break and then go make a play, accelerate out of the break, and make a play on this ball. Let's watch this thing full speed one more time. So he's coming out right here, full speed, 1, 2, 1, 2. Doesn't even lose any speed. 2 steps in and out of this break as fast as possible. Okay, so now we're going to watch this comeback route right here. Now, main thing I want you to see is how it's zone. He's turned, and he's got to run a comeback. But he's going to be starting off inside. So let's watch this thing full speed, and we're going to see how he kind of manipulates his route. So he comes off here, attacks that blind spot, snaps it down again. Least amount of steps possible to get in and out of this route. So he takes this thing inside. Eyes are inside. What I say in the beginning of the video, your eyes are going to tell lies. He wants to sell like maybe he's just taking an inside release. Maybe he's going to go post right here. Maybe he's just going to take this thing vertical. Whatever he wants to do, but he's going to sell this thing. Now, what does he do? He attacks this blind spot. So what's a blind spot? It's when Alexander turns right here, that's a blind spot. He does not know where he's at. His head is turned here. He's going to have to turn completely all the way around or open up his hips that way to see where Cooper's at. So he gets in that blind spot. Now, in this position, Alexander has no idea where he's at. All Cooper has to do is snap down in and out of this route and get out of this break. Now, see what he does? He turns right here. He might be expecting fake because Cooper's going fast. He's selling like he's going vertical. That's the key to every single route. You make everything look like a vertical. And now what I want you to see is how fast he's able to get out of this break. He gets in 1, 2, 3 steps, and he's turning around. Ball's going to be coming. So that first step, that snap down step, is where you bring your chin to your knee. You get in that explosive position with your hips. So he's coming out right here. 1, bring that chin to your knee. 2, that second step right here is what angles your hips back down at this 45-degree angle. That's where the comeback's going to be. It's going to be at this 45-degree angle back down towards the sideline. So you got to angle this foot so your hips can come back around. And that third step does the exact same thing, angles him back, and now he's pushing off of this step to get him back down on that 45. And see, Alexander has no idea where he's at because it does a great job of attacking that blind spot, snaps that head back around. Alexander has no chances, a lot of separation at that level, toe tap and get out of bounds. Here's another angle of the catch right here. He's coming out, toe tap, get his feet down, and then get out of bounds. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please leave in the comments, again, the next wide receiver versus DB breakdown you would like to see me do, and I'll see you guys next time.